The first big piece of news is I got my stint out, and you guys know how much I hated that thing. And so that has been just amazing to have it out. That said, something that was surprising to me is I thought once it was out, I would be able to eat normally, do whatever, pretty much normally, just a little like need to be gentle on my jaw from chewing. But that wasn't totally the case. I found it was like once I had the stint out, my jaw was in a new position, and it's very difficult to chew food when you feel like your jaw should be in one place and it's in a different place, because my jaw was widened as well as moved out. And then when the nerves were severed, that just caused a lot of, I think, neurological, what was I trying to say? It caused a lot of neurological confusion or something, because I would try to chew and it just felt very strange. Additionally, when I went to suck on a straw, I thought, hey, my stint's out, I could do that easily. But that, again, wasn't the case. I couldn't get like a good suction. Like I felt like I had to keep it in the front of my teeth in order to shut my lips. And if I put it back where I would normally have my straw, then I couldn't get the suction in order to suck it. That has improved a little bit, but still is an issue, and I just felt it was kind of strange and unexpected. I don't know if I need like a speech therapy session or something to help get over that. I'm not sure, but that's just something to expect if you had this surgery. So while I was at that appointment getting my stint out, I did have a couple questions for my surgeon. So I know she was planning to do some more corrective work on my jaw, but had to cut things short because I was having all of that bleeding. So she asked me if I wanted to go ahead with the second minor surgery and have those corrections done, or just leave things as is. And I just felt, might as well have the full package deal and have her make those corrections, have everything done right, and just have that symmetry on my face, have it better corrected or whatnot. So I am going to go through with that. It's a very minor surgery, she said. It's like just a day surgery, no big deal, and there's essentially no recovery time, like just the day of surgery. It's just like an oral surgery, like as if, when you go to the dentist for something. So I'm going to do that, but I did ask if at the same time, should I go ahead and get like all of like the plates and screws out of my face, because I feel like I'm probably going to be one of those people that has a reaction to it or something where it needs to come out anyway. And since I'm already going under, like, can't I just, have that removed at the same time? But she did discourage that. She said, you'll have a lot more, like you'll have some downtime, not much. It's still a day surgery. It's still minor, but you would have a whole lot more swelling and some downtime. And so you might want to consider just putting that off until you actually have an issue. And so after thinking about it, I think I am going to wait. I know I'm like one of those people that, there's going to be something that comes up. And so it's like, should I just get it done? I don't know. I guess I'm feeling like I'm going back and forth, even though she was saying maybe wait. I feel like I don't know if I really want to wait, because I know I don't like to go have who wants to go have a surgery twice. And so if I can get everything done at the same time, that would be great. So that's where I am with that. So the last update for this video is going to be regarding the orthodontic adjustment that I got. I will admit I was a little fearful of this appointment, as I'd heard that it would be a painful appointment, and it just seemed like it would be true considering your jaw is very sensitive right after surgery and getting the stint out. But it was a little different than expected. First, it started off on a funny note. We had a new person in the office that ended up working on me, so she didn't know I had double jaw surgery. And so I'd had one bracket fall off that I knew of, and I'd mentioned that I had a bracket off and needed that adjusted. When she took off my wire, it turns out I had 5 that had come off during surgery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, as you know, I've been on a liquid or a soft diet this entire time, so I didn't like chew anything to make those come off. It was definitely from the surgery. But she, again, doesn't know that I had the surgery, and so she's like, hey, I just thought I'd give you a little talk to you about foods that are okay to eat and everything. Like, when you got your braces on, did they give you that discussion? What's, to like things that are chewy or hard that we kind of want to avoid? And I'm like, what? And she's like, well, you had 5 brackets come off, and that's kind of a lot to have at once. And I just laughed. I was like, Oh, yeah, I would agree. I just had double jaw surgery. I've been on a soft and liquid diet for the last 5 weeks, so I don't think it was because of something that I ate. And then she's like, "Oh, that would make so much more sense." She's like, "I was like wondering, that's so many to come off at once." I was like, "She's not eating the right foods." That was just funny. Then when it came to my adjustment, something that was nice is my orthodontist was going to give me a soft adjustment. So instead of giving me like a hard wire and just going back to things as normal, just basically it wasn't going to be like a tight adjustment. It would be very mild, just to kind of hold me in place and give me a little bit of boost because I have my bottom teeth, the the midline's kind of off, so they were going to adjust that. And so when she was doing that, they were also going to put on my brackets that had fallen off. Well, you know those like stretcher things that they put into your mouth? That's kind of where my bad part came. And when they started putting those in my mouth, it took my incisions and just pulled on them. I don't know if it actually opened them up, but it was super painful. And when I just let them know that, they took them out immediately and then talked to the orthodontist, and she agreed, you know what, let's just not do that until your next appointment, because they didn't feel pulling on those incisions was a good idea. And I could concur. It was horrible feeling. It really hurt, and yeah, it just probably wasn't good. And so anyway, that was my orthodontics adjustment. They just replaced the wire. They took out all of the brackets that had kind of fallen off and just made sure things looked good. She felt the surgery was very successful in her mind. Things had really been lined up nicely for her, so she could just continue with the work, and overall was a good surgery. So I was happy about that. I hope you enjoyed today's scenery. I thought it was just something fun and different, and it was such a beautiful day. I thought I would share beautiful Oregon with all the rest of you.